This is certainly bait and weight fishing. Sometimes the action's just fast, and I'm hoping as it mellows into dark, it'll pick up. But so far we got a couple caddies, bluegill and bluegill's pecking, and we got to work for the fish, and that's what we're doing for the catfish. And so far we have one caddy, and it's still light out. Maybe when it gets dark there might be a few more around. So I'm just covering this little area here. I think that's the bottom. And they've been hanging in here. Time's short, so I'm not searching around. So I'm going to ride this here spot out and maybe check a couple other spots that I know. So maybe it's about 4:45 now. Usually maybe after 5, 6 it gets dark early. I don't know if that's the bottom. Oh, we got one. Maybe they're showing up now. Feels a little bigger. Oh wow, yeah. That's a yellow. That's a yellow cat. So we get that out. I'm gonna keep some, so it's a nice size yellow. Yep. A little tricky. Let's see where that is. Yeah, we're gonna keep him. Put him in my cooler. So I've just been really excited about these here catfish, and that's what I'm doing today. It's going to be getting cold, so I'm looking to get around to catfish. It's still light out, cool, but we're in the shade, deep water, and starting to get the baits down. If I pick up any bluegill that are deep hooked, I am going to keep them. I'm going to let the ones hooked in the mouth go. Hopefully we'll get some of them and chunk them out. So, just getting started. This is moving back and forth. Oh yeah, it's a caddy. That's what we're looking for. Let's see if I can get that up. If we can. Let's see how they're spread out. There we go. It's like a brown catfish. And when fishing for these catfish, I like to use 10-pound test, Carolina rigged. And what I'm doing is I'm drifting back, so I'm getting to shore, and I'm casting. I'm in 30 feet of water here, so there's a little bit of a drop off from shore, sharp drop off. So I'm casting towards shore and then drifting out into the deeper water. At night they should relate more so to the shoreline, but a little slow now, but we'll see. But I am picking them up closer to the brush over there. That feels like a caddy. Alright, maybe they're coming on now. So we're picking at them. We are definitely working at them. And wow, that's a big one. It's had a big yellow. Whoa. That's one of the biggest yellows yet. Just catfishing tonight. It's early. It's so dark. Let's see if we get that. Oh, ow. You don't chomp you. They just eat that hook too. When I do that, I just keep him. So one thing you want to watch out, if they poke you, they got a little bit of poison in their fins. The two on the side, the one on the top. And you'll get like a headache in your hand if you put them in the cooler. You'll get a little bit of a headache in your hand or wherever they poke you. And I love worms. If I had some bluegills, I'd keep them, but they were just low. One thing I like to do with these here caddies, I like to really put on a good glob of worms, but I might start with one. One thing I found is you break that worm in half and the juices will come out better. So you create that there scent trail, and I just start a string of them. I just go right through the middle. And these are European night crawlers. They're real tough to get off. Even the bluegills have issues taking them off. All right, let's put one more on. And I'll put them on whole, I'll break them. And that's about it. Worms, European night crawlers today. Fishing for catfish. Got yellows, brown, and we'll see what's else. It's just going to be getting dark soon. What's that? It's got to be a caddy. It's got to be. Catfish, what kind? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look good too. It's a brown bullhead. This line, I don't want to grab it around. Like I said, they seem to be on the inside here. You put him in the cooler. We're looking for a catfish dinner tonight. And I do use I bring a lot of hooks with me, different sizes. Right now I'm using the number 4s, and that's why. I just cut off, I retie, it's in its mouth, take it out when I get home. Looking for catfish for dinner. Bring different size weights from 1/2, 3/4, 3/8, and barrel swivels for the Carolina rig. And I bring a lot of hooks. If I get some bigger fish, I'll use a 1/0, but right now I'm using the 4, just feeling the water out. Oh wow, they're coming up now. That is, there we go. And one thing, if you're not going to keep them, I definitely would say go with the circle hooks. You might get more in the jaw. But we're keeping them, so no big deal here. Looking for catfish for dinner, so I'm getting them right underneath the boat now. And put him in the cooler. That's a brown catfish. They're brown, yellow, and white. Before it gets dark, I'm going to show you how I'm rigged. And it's just a Carolina rig or a slider rig. I have on my bead, my egg sinker. That's a 1/2 ounce. I tie on a barrel swivel. This is all 10-pound test. I don't like to use a heavier leader. Then I put 12 to 18 inches of 10-pound test, the same line, and that's to my 4/0 hook. I don't like to use a heavier leader because if I get snagged, I want to break off at the hook, and I don't want to break off at the main line, so at least I'll bring up my sinker, I'll flip it around and retie. So that's just how I'm rigging a Carolina or a sliding rig. Might have a bite on here. Give him slack. Oh yeah, he's on. That's a good one. That's a nice one. Oh yeah, he's a nice one. Oh, that's a white catfish. These are my favorite. Ooh, he's a nice one. These are my favorite, the whites. Where's the hook? Hook's in them. I'm gonna have to put on another hook. That's what we're looking for. I gotta oil up my pliers. Another hook. Put them in a cooler and see what we get at night. That's a nice white catfish. I think they're getting bigger. Oh, maybe not. He's a little mini. I'm gonna let him go. I can maybe get about a dozen. He's so good. So I'm just dropping straight down now. It's pretty much so dark now. Almost. So a good ball of worms going. There we go. He feels a little bigger. Oh my god, I think I have a double. Wow, okay. Wow, okay, they're getting bigger. Let's see. It's a nice brown. Catfishing is just messy, that is for sure. And 2 rods are nice, you can always have one going while you work on the other. So I'm going to just clip him, throw him in the bag. And you can see we're fishing right flush to the tree now, right next to it. So it's dark and they're active. Catfish are active. So I'm going to give him that slack. My rod out. Is he on? Yeah, he's on. Little one. So I'm going to let him go. Get him unhooked. And they don't mind my headlamp. I have not turned off my headlamp. They do not mind it at all. And it helps to have 2 rods so you kind of keep things going. And I'm just clipping off, retying, working the other rod, going back and forth. Whoa, this is a decent one. He had me wrapped up in the tree. Wow. I think that's... Wow, that's a good one. That's a nice brown. And he pulled me right up in the limbs. Ooh, that's a fat one. Pliers. That's a dinner fish right there. I'm gonna fish a bit more. And I'll get about a dozen and then a dozen caddies and then call it. Get him in the cooler. That's a juicy one. We're gonna let him go. This is a good one. Wow, he's darting. That might be a big white catfish. What is he? Wow, he's a good one. I think he's a big brown. Get him up. Oh yeah. It's a nice brown. They do run bigger at night. As we were getting little ones, now we're getting definitely 1 to 2 pound range. Great eating size. So I'm going to pull out a few more, I think, or try to, and then call it. So I'm just going to clip it, throw them in the cooler, and get back down. All in all, just a real beautiful night. Got at least a dozen catfish. That's what I want. The catfishing's summer's coming to an end, and I had this on my mind. And when it gets cold out and there's things you wish you did, we did them. So probably not the last worming trip of the year, but could be the last looking for catfish trip. So I got a nice dozen beautiful catfish for dinner, and really great day. Beautiful night. Beautiful night. I have a bite. Oh. Gotta wait. He's on. What is that? That's a perch. Thanks for watching. Have a good afternoon, night, day, evening, wherever you are. Have a good night. Thanks again.